What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the game Somerville, releasing on Xbox, obviously coming on Game Pass, a big draw to this game for me. I want to talk about what's going on with this game. So this is part of my series where I do just that. I look at a game or a franchise, and I talk about where we're at, in the stages of development, what could we be seeing, coming rather soon, and so on, so on. If you guys have any games or anything like that you want me to cover, I've done a bunch of these videos already. Definitely let me know in the comments below. I'm really excited for this game. I was immediately back in 2021, a year ago, when they showed this at the Xbox Bethesda Showcase. I loved it. I was immediately in, and it's a little weird where we're at. I think this game is actually a little bit different than a lot of the other games we've talked about because, it's supposed to come out in 2022. We saw it last June, and if you remember this year, Xbox Bethesda Showcase, at the end, they showed all of the, the games coming the rest of this year and beginning of next year, right? And I made videos kind of analyzing that picture. A lot of those games seemed to be in order. Now, there were some games that were off, one of which actually turned out to be a Plague Tale. Plague Tale Requiem was not in the right order. A lot of those pictures had dates or months even attached to them, and most of them seemed to be in order. Somerville, if you go based off of the order, seems to be a game that could release in August or September. But I thought the same thing for Plague Tale, and that actually is coming out towards the end of October. So the order is a little off. So I don't really know when Somerville comes out. I mean, obviously, best hope is by the end of this year, right? Hopefully it comes out by the end of this year. Scorn was another one that was kind of like that. It was really weird. It wasn't shown. It got delayed for like an entire year. It was supposed to come out last October. It's now coming out this October. So these games can do that. It's not insanely weird that something like this would happen, but this game immediately stands out to me. This is a game from a new studio, but it's made from the co-founder of Playdead Studios, which is the team that made Limbo and Inside. So the lead of this game was the lead of those games, and so obviously that's why they look rather similar. But I am super excited for it. Really, at this point, it's like I don't even really think I need to see much more, because, I mean, you see a little bit throughout the trailer, and the rest you can kind of just infer, or you can just fill in the gaps that they've even said, and compare it to Limbo and Inside. It seems like, in terms of how you move, in terms of how the story is, it's exactly the same. The only difference is they kind of made a point to say in this game, it's not so much, or there won't be puzzle-solving elements in it, and it also won't literally be 2D, like left to right, but you can kind of tell that immediately in the trailer. You're moving like forwards and backwards instead of side to side, so you can tell that from the trailer. And that's kind of what, more newer games like a Trek to Yami, which is a game that came out actually on Game Pass, that game is like that, where it is a side scroller. It is like a 2D thing, but it's not, because it also involves elements where you can go basically like up and down or forward and backwards into the world. So it seems like it's just going to be that. And I really do kind of have full faith in it, considering, again, where it's coming from, the makers of it. But I guess where we're at in terms of what's going on with this game, it is kind of in a limbo, so to speak, because it's like we saw the game over a year ago. It's still in their picture, right? It's still in their promotional thing. So it should come out, this fall, but we haven't seen any. And while I'm okay with the 1.5 minute, 2 minute trailer that we got of this game, I would like, of course, I'd like to see more. It would be okay if we saw more. So I wonder when it'll happen. Maybe something like a Gamescom probably makes sense. Jeff Keighley's Gamescom, show it there, show like a 2-3 minute, like a more gameplay-esque trailer to it. Even though, again, we saw gameplay, show a gameplay trailer, give a release date. I actually think Gamescom makes the most sense. We know Xbox, I think Xbox is going to be there. There's a lot of other companies that aren't going to be there, so Xbox can kind of have the floor if they wanted to. And again, if the game comes out September, October, November, somewhere in that realm, then they should, obviously it needs to be announced rather soon. Please, for the love of God, I swear, please don't have this game come out in October. There's too many games. A new game gets added every single day. I can't keep up. And honestly, I will say this. Although Game Pass will definitely help this game, and we'll talk about that, as we get closer when the game comes out. I'll do my preview on the game. While I do think Game Pass is going to help this game out, I think if it does come out in October, it's literally going to get buried. Much like a lot of games. I think Scorn may get buried, although Scorn, because of its like aesthetic, like how it looks and just how actually like weird, like it looks like a creepy, weird game, that may make it stand out. but I feel like a game like Somerville, I mean, obviously it could be very, very good, and maybe it rises because of like the visual style, the gameplay style, the storytelling without it actually like verbally speaking. Maybe that stuff helps it stand out for sure. But still, I mean, you're going to be coming out around, no joke, like 10 or so big AAA games that are coming out in October. It's just not a good time. So September or November, if you'd be so kind, Somerville. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. If you want to follow me or support me anywhere else, all my social media, including our Patreon and YouTube memberships, are in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next video.